I have been in Metasoft for over 5 years now. There has been a 12 and a half hours difference between Indian time and American time. Initially, it was a challenge to fit yourself in a schedule wherein you are working at night and your US clients it's more like a day for them. My daily work starts around like 10 o'clock in the morning when my husband goes to the office. I have breakfast with my kid. Normally I go and drop him to school. He can still feel mom is with him and she's coming to drop him, and rather than having a help at home, your servant going to drop. So it's like, I just find this as a very important way of gelling well with your son who's very small. Then I come back home. I go to the market at times during the day because the markets are open. You've got to buy some vegetables. You've got to buy some groceries for the house. My kid comes back home in the afternoon. We have lunch together. We go off to sleep. During the evenings, we normally get a good time to play. We go to the park, we have a stroll. My daily routine has everything included. I don't think I'm missing out on anything right now. Taking care of my house, taking care of my husband, my kid, and then of course my work at night. So I can completely focus when everybody's sleeping. The concept of working from home for especially Indian women like me is absolutely new. So if you talk about this concept with any Indian woman who's married and who's got a house to look after, a kid to look after, she's very much interested. She can also support the house financially. The first big reason for being with Metasoft, like over 5 years, especially the kind of work we do here, which I hardly know that any offices in India help charities out. It's like a very special and a very unique work. People who are working from home, a wife who wants to just add on to the income, taking care of your family, what could be better than that? When I actually speak about this with my family members or my friends, my relatives, they're like, wow, you've been with the company for 5 years. When they hear as to what I do, they want to join me. Most of my colleagues in Metasoft are in North America. We have like offices in US, we have in Canada, and now we have in India. It was like, well, how could I work when I can't even see the people I work with? But after some point, after you start working, you really forget that because you have so many conference calls. You get to interact with the team anytime you want because I just send a quick email. Well, Todd, you know what? I want to talk to you. So, well, Todd says, oh, well, just call me then. So I never really felt that they're not in front of me or I'm not working in a team. When you actually start making calls, when you start your day's work, you always have some emails in, well, let's start with a big bang. It's just to get our energy levels up. Anything I ever wanted to ask, any more training, I never know how to deal with this situation. So I always call my sales manager. How can I do this? What do I need to do here? I just need your help. So, well, just call me Grace. Let's call me right now. I call him up. So, you hardly get to feel that you're away from work. Normally in India, what happens is if you talk to a lady and you tell her that, I work at night. Well, she says, oh my gosh, how do you manage? Because you know that you have a 2-year-old who needs you all the time. I just tell them, if you know you want to work, you probably will ensure that you do it in a disciplined way. Self-motivate yourself that I can do it, and you just do it. When you're working for foundation search, the best part has been where you can actually build relationships with your clients, especially the executive teams of these nonprofits. We try to empathize with them. We try to fit ourselves in their shoes. Well, if I had been a development director, what would I do for my charity to get more funds in? I will always be grateful to Metasoft for this because it gave me an opportunity to start my own family. I wanted to stick to this organization even more because now I can do everything what I want.